Guys, DST James RC here. Got the Max V2 with the wide max kit, extended chassis. Can fit this bigger battery. I never had a Max V1, so I don't have a real reference to go by. But watch my finger right there while I'm trying to record. But this is what I'm running it on here. These batteries can now fit in the Max. Apparently they could not fit in the old one. Same ones that share that with the X Max. And your normal TQI, I don't have the Bluetooth. I'll probably end up binding it to my Bluetooth controller, but just wanted to get a look at the truck and some footage of it looking brand new before it inevitably gets all dirty, beaten up, you know. It's what it's meant for, but it is always sad. It's still got that new RC smell. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, let's take the body off. I went with the yellow color. I kind of wanted that solar flare, guys, but the solar flare was like a V1, evidently. A V1 Max, like limited edition. But you can see it looks like a little... It's the Mini X Max with the little tub-looking chassis. I'm gonna have to be research my videos a little better. I don't even know offhand like the KV of the motor, but you know, VXL4, VXL4S. I thought, yeah, 4S. Got your built-in motor fan right there. This servo, 2085, I think. And plastic gears, so we'll see. We'll see how that holds up. We'll see how these plastic drive shafts hold up. And, you know, if you guys want to stay tuned for a video, stay tuned. I'll be ripping it up soon with the Max V2. Guys, if you know if you've watched my channel before, I'm going to the dirt pile. Should be fun with the Traxxas Max on 4S. All right, guys, as per usual, I'm trying to drive and record at the same time, so bear with me. I wonder if I'll have to drive a Max, like a V1 Max, just to get like what the difference is. Because like I said, when I was looking at the vehicle earlier, I don't have it. I've never driven a V1 Max, so I don't know. And this is box stock. I've only put a couple packs through it so far to get used to the way it drives a little bit. So if I was going to try to like film something. That's one thing I've noticed about this with the wide max, guys. It's very predictable when it will roll over, except when it traction rolls. If it all of a sudden catches grip and flips over immediately, then that's a little harder to for me to see when it will happen. But it gives you plenty of warning in like normal driving before it rolls over. In fact, I think this wouldn't be a bad vehicle to practice like some two-wheel. I was just driving my Creighton EXB with the Max 6, the hobby wing. I think it's like $49.85 or something. And since I was just driving that Creighton out here, it's got like a much like snappier response. For the Max is kind of like, the Max is kind of like a smooth, like it smoothly accelerates, it smoothly turns. The Creighton's more like just like all that punch, and I think I do have the punch up to like, actually, you know, I think I have the punch at like 3 on that. But okay, we're not talking about the Creighton. We're talking about the Max V2, which I am enjoying. I hope I'm getting some of these on camera here. Stupid tarp. Somebody, maybe me. Hang on, guys. I have to untangle this. And we're back. That was a bad attempt at some B-roll right there. Oh, all right. Since I've taken ownership of the dirt pile here, maybe I should throw that nasty tarp away. It's never covered up. In fact, it's probably more of a mosquito breeding ground now than anything else. I'll probably, and you know, I feel like I'd be doing the neighborhood a service by getting rid of that. And by using this pile right here. I feel like I'm bringing entertainment to the masses, you know? When I say the masses, I mean like maybe like the 1 or 2 people that will like come over and like ask me about the cars when I'm driving them. But you know what? I'm hoping that, you know, somebody driving by will like look at this car, like they'll see this car and they'll just kind of like think about it, you know, they'll think about it later, like, you know, how cool was that driving, how cool was that car jumping around, and maybe they'll look into getting an RC, like they'll get into some hobby grade. We'll have more people in the hobby. We're like getting the word out. I actually need, hopefully they go get a car and then come back here and hang out with DST James RC here, Dan is his name. Hopefully they get a car, come out. Oh no. See that? I'm just gonna keep talking and walk over here and turn it over. Hopefully they buy a car and come over here and like want to bash a little bit. You know, I need some RC buddies over here. See? All right. Did you guys see how it was almost ready to flip, but it like gave me plenty of warning. It leaned and then it kind of like spun and right back to its wheels. So it's getting dark earlier. I'll have to find some, you know, besides wrenching out. And I like driving in the snow, guys, but I don't like cleaning my RCs after. So, oh man, flip. So I'll have a video or two probably in the snow. I don't know why I'm talking about snow right now. Bear with me. But yeah, I think winter's gonna be the time for wrenching and you know, play some video games. Guys, I was thinking about this. If any of you guys, did anybody out there have a PlayStation Vita? So on the PlayStation Vita, there was, maybe Smuggler's Run, if that sounds right, but it was a game that normally came out as like an actual like racing game, but this came out on the PlayStation Vita, and it was like an RC. It was RCs, and you could like, the people around locally, it would put their ghost laps on there, and you could like race people locally, and you weren't like, you didn't have to be friends with them or anything. Like their ghost car would just be on your game, and I thought that was awesome. I like that. I like banking up on that. Guys, so much fun. And I find this jumps really smooth. I have not gotten a backflip out of it. Partially like I'm not so brave yet as to go for that, because I really like the way the body looks, and I don't want to mess it all up already. But what do you guys think's the proper like length of like a bashing video? Not just, well, just me. Like, how long do you want to see me bash and talk? More than 30 seconds? I hope I'm somewhat entertaining here as I try to drive and record and crawl with this Mac. Too much power. Too much power. Little Mighty Max, the crawler over here. If you can't slowly and meticulously navigate the obstacle, just give it the beans. It's a nice night out here, guys. I know I was talking winter, but before winter we have the amazing season of fall, which is cool temperatures. Grab your pumpkin spice latte, grab your Halloween costume, go. You know what, guys, I had an idea for Halloween, and I wanted to put my X-Max and get like a little Chucky doll on my X-Max and have like a little candy on that, and kind of like if the kids come around for Halloween, Chucky will drive the X-Max out. Yeah, something, I don't know. I haven't really thought it. I know they have I've seen them with like the four-wheeler bodies, which I think is really cool. Like the X-Max with a four-wheeler body and like little dolls riding them, which I do like that. But yeah, guys, this is my easygoing, not bash too hard jump. I took my eyes off the car right there. I was trying to see, I was looking at the camera, so I couldn't see where the car was. Man, it wrecked. All right. We'll walk over here. And later on, I will seamlessly edit this so you can't see me walking over here to fix my fail. I saw someone else's video, and they were talking about the Max V2 as well, and like how the rear shocks are the same length, maybe? The same length as the front, when they ideally would have longer shocks in the back. So I'm thinking maybe like thicker oil, because even when I like set the car down to drive it away, I hear like the chassis like smack the ground. And it sounds like it hits with a little bit of force, you know, not just not like that. Like that was actually okay, but like it just sounds like the chassis like hits pretty hard. Could be a shock for all our components in here. Luckily we're right into the tarp. And guys, I cannot throttle when I go into this tarp, and I'll tell you why. As you can probably see why. It will wind the entire tarp up into the tires. And later on, I'll have my wheels off and cutting tarp out of the axles. See right there, those hits sound brutal. Oh, I was hoping land on your wheels. Sulfurite, guys. Oh man, I hear different things like this sulfurite's really, really bad for your vehicle. And I see other people like, well, no, it's a built-in feature. It's not, it's designed for it. I don't know, guys. It seems like to me like a lot of strain on that vehicle. If I would quit crashing. Hit this damn stick right there. See that stick? Oh yeah, plastic. We got plastic drive shafts on this. With the wide max, we got the wider arms. We got wider drive shafts, so our suspension's wider. The suspension is changed a little bit from the V1. The chassis, I know, is extended, so like the body will not fit. So like the V1, the V2 bodies are not interchangeable because of the different length of the chassis. Car going by, make sure I wasn't gonna drive the Max out in front of them, get run over. But I'm just gonna have to drive a V1 Max because I see some people are like, I prefer the V1, maybe because it's a little more on edge, it's a little more on the cusp of like rolling over all the time. So but to me, that's like, just for me so far as my experiences with the RC hobby, any brushless car is like, any brushless car I've driven has been a kind of a feat to drive, like feels like you're just reining in some just wild animal. some more than others. I said I won't talk about the Creighton, but like that thing is a beast with that hobby wing setup, and I don't have it like geared particularly high either. Anyway, Max, onto the Max. You guys can see that TSM working there. Oh, what is in there, guys? What is there? There's like something heavy in there. Might be a body or something. I don't know. That's not body. It felt like a can. All right, guys. I know I've gone on for quite a while. Let me get a jump or two in, and I will see y'all next time. Oh yeah, one factoring thing, is the redesigned battery tray with the V2 can fit the bigger battery tray, like that 4S battery for the X Max, which I already have a couple of those. So I was like, well, with the Max, I won't have to buy batteries because I already got them. So that's another. There we go. You guys see the stadium back there? Like, got some game going on. Actually, I didn't notice how dark it's getting around here because I could probably bash at nighttime without any like light kits or anything. All right, guys. That is DST James RC with the Traxxas Max of Doom right here. Oh, it looks so cool. Look at that with the yellow with the green light coming through. I'm going to take a picture of that before I sign off. All right, guys. Next time.